Hey there, I'm Pamela. I am the girl who panics. If you're watching this, you're probably suffering from panic attacks or anxiety or know somebody that does. So I hope that following me and my tips and tricks will help you or help your loved one. I am the girl who panics on Instagram and YouTube. So, just a little medical disclaimer. I am not a medical professional, so if you are suffering from panic attacks and or anxiety or any other health issue, this is not a substitute for medical advice. So, please seek out a qualified medical professional to help you with your panic attacks or any other health issue. Today, I wanted to talk about my panic pack. So, most people call this a purse. And, I'm typically, when I'm not in panic mode, pretty low maintenance. Like I have my phone with me and I'm good. I'll just, hop wherever we need to go. But for the past 2 years or so, I've been suffering from anxiety and panic attacks to a pretty severe degree. So I have come up with a panic pack that I take with me everywhere I go so that I feel that any place that I am is basically like at home. I have the same tools. And so I just wanted to share that with you today, what I have in my panic pack, and hopefully that will help you. So, purse, first of all, but then inside the purse, smaller panic pack. And inside that panic pack, I have this little scented thing. This is essential oils kind of on a stick. And I know it looks like a tampon, but it's not. If you just smell it, and it kind of helps you to take deep breaths, and also you get those relaxing, calming scents. So that's one thing that's in my panic pack. Another thing that's in my panic attack are Larabars. I like the fruit and veggie kind because they're kind of low calorie. They don't have quite as much sugar as the ones that are like loaded with dates. And you get a little tiny serving of spinach, so that's good too. The reason why I think these are good because sometimes panic attacks can be, or at least for me, can be triggered by low blood sugar. And so I have to typically eat every maybe 3-4 hours is like really pushing it. I would have had a really good like protein and fat filled meal before if I wanted to stretch it for 4 hours. So these are a lifesaver, and I usually pack 1 or 2 of these in my bag. So there's that. Nun tablets. I get these on Amazon, and you just stick them in your water. They're electrolyte tablets, and they just, fizz, and they have different flavors. But these can be good because sodium and potassium and other electrolytes can trigger anxiety, for me anyway, and I'll talk about that on a later video, how hair tissue mineral analysis plays into anxiety and panic attacks. So it has a lot to do with these kinds of minerals. So that's another good one. A fan is also really good for me when I have panic attacks. I tend to get really flush in my face. My feet may be freezing, my hands may be freezing, but my face is like on fire. So, just having this, and plus, we live in the South, so it's always like 4,000 degrees outside. So that really helps. Another thing that I have in one of my little tiny pockets in the front, along with a candy wrapper apparently, is this set of headphones. So one thing that happens with panic attacks is you can get like sensory overload. So just being able to sort of block out the world and go into your sort of zone and happy place can be really helpful. So I keep these with me, and I try to have some videos downloaded on my phone that are funny. Like I like Jim Gaffigan and comedians like that just kind of distract you from what's going on at the time. I also, in a previous video, in another video, I talked about the Calm app. So I have that on my phone, which can be really helpful. And you just, stick in your headphones and, you can sort of tune out the world. Another thing that I often carry with me, but not always, is this little pulse ox thing. And so what this does is just measure the oxygen in your blood. I think it's your blood, and it also measures your your pulse. So this can be helpful because if you're finding that your oxygen level is low, well then you need to breathe deeper, which is easier said than done, but at least it's something concrete that you can say, okay, like this is why this panic attack is happening. So sometimes I keep that with me. What else? And another thing that I keep with me are antihistamine tablets. So if you have high histamine, that can often be a trigger for anxiety. From what I understand, histamine, when it hits you, can lower your blood pressure. And when your blood pressure gets too low, of course, your body's like, okay, we got to do something about this. And, then you end up getting a panic attack. So those are kind of just like the basics that I try to keep with me at all times. And it just makes me feel better knowing that I have my little panic pack together. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you carry something with you that you think is helpful that I don't have in my pack that you think I should or that other people should, please leave it in the comments below because I really want to hear about it. Every little bit that we can do to support each other and be helpful is just, wonderful. So I hope that you have a happy and healthy day. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram and YouTube. I am the Girl Who Panics. Thanks so much. Bye.